Hey guys, this is AimlessTutorials, and today I'm going to show you how to make a paper cube, or a paper water bomb, but it's a cube. Give me a second. First, sheet of paper, just a sheet of paper. It could be any kind of paper you want. It could be printing paper, construction paper, but it has to be regular paper size. Doesn't matter if you've written on it or anything. Okay. So first, you want to take one corner of the piece of paper and fold it all the way across it so that you make a cube. Not a cube, I mean a square. So it should look like this triangle right now. And if you unfold it, that part looks like a square. But then you have this rectangle on the side, which you don't want. So you take your favorite pair of scissors, you cut it off. Just keep cutting. I mean, you can do it by hand too, it doesn't matter. I just use scissors for the best result so it doesn't look sloppy at the very end. And there. You have the first part of the paper cube done. Okay, next you notice you have one crease right here, right down the center on one diagonal. Now you want one on the other, so take another end of the piece of paper and fold it across like you did the first time. Make sure you get those creases nice and neat. Okay, now for the unnice and neat part. This is a little more complicated. So you notice you have these two diagonals. Okay, so you need to take one corner of the piece of paper, a side corner, like one of the horizontal sides. You take one side and put it and fold it into the middle. Now you need to take that will make a triangle, as you see here. But while you're making that triangle, you need to stop halfway down, right in the center of making that triangle, and take the other half of the triangle and make it meet this end of the triangle. This is the most complicated part. Well, in my opinion, it's the most complicated part of the paper cube. You need to do the same with the other side. Okay, so that's one end. No, I'm doing it with the other end now, but you need to do it with both ends. So whatever. Alright, so that is what you need to do. Now, this is probably going to be the most sloppy part. You can try for hours and hours to make this as even as possible. Oh wow, that was really even. Well, generally it's very, very uneven. So, but that doesn't matter. That's not that important. It's still going to look like a cube. Okay, so now that you have your little triangle, your little special triangle here. Not that kind of special triangle. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to take one end of the piece of paper and fold that triangle to the top to make a little mini triangle in the center, and like this. Make sure the tips meet. Okay, and you do the same with the other side, so that you get your little rhombus square thing in the center. And now you need to flip on the other side and repeat. Okay, and now you have a square. Okay, now what you need to do is, starting from whatever side you feel like, I guess whichever side you prefer, you take one end of this triangle and fold it into the center of the triangle, like so. So fold it into the center of the square, like so. Take one end. This line's gonna be halfway. Take one end and fold it like that. Now repeat with this side. Repeat with the opposite side, whatever. Now you have, but I don't know how to describe this, but now you have this. What used to be this is now this. Okay? Now they have that shape thing. Take one slip of paper, not one slip of paper, take one of these triangles, these two triangles, but, well, it depends on which side you're on actually, so let's just say I start with the left side, which would be your right, I think. So take this left triangle here, this little flap right here, let me angle it, right here, take that, and in this little triangle there should be a small opening. You need to open it a little so that this piece of paper, this flap of paper may slip through. Bam, it's openable. Okay, now that you've opened it, take this slip of paper, the one I showed you before, and stick it in the opening. Get it in there. You know, you can crumple that piece of paper as much as you want. Just get as much as you can in there. Make it as neat as you want, but the point is, you just need to get most of it in there, like that. Oh wait, maybe I'm not showing you. Maybe it's upside down. Like that. See? No more slip of paper because it's in this one. Now do the same with this side. There's a little opening. Stick the flap of paper inside. Ack. This is some of the more tedious parts of the paper water bomb / paper water cube. Wait, not water cube, just a cube. But you're almost done, so just bear with me. Now that you've done that to both sides, flip it over and make your little mini triangles in the center again. Like so. Used to be this, now this. Okay? Now, the fun part, do it again. Except, make sure you don't fold the wrong sides, because these paper flaps that you're folding into, these two, oh wait, let me get it in view. These two, they have to be separate. Don't do this side. This side is one, this side is, this side, right here, this side of the piece of paper is connected, so you can't separate those two little triangles you might see. You can't separate them. Make sure you do this side because these two are separable. Look. I mean, they're not entirely separable, but like basically these are two different triangles. So find the little opening again in each flap thing, with each flap thing, and stick it in there. That's right. Stick it in there. Okay. Okay. Now do the same for the other side. I understand this is very hard to kind of look at from this angle, but I can repeat the steps for you later, or you know, you could just rewind the video and listen. I might show pictures to go along with this in case I find some of my directions. Okay. Bam. Voila. You have the hardest part of it done. Now, the final and easy step. Now, you notice that in this little thing you have two ends. This end and that end. This end is completely, well, I wouldn't call it flat, but there's no opening in it. It's just a point. But this end has a hole right there. So take that hole, this hole, blow into it. And you have the paper cube. Now, what makes this a water bomb is that for a short period of time, you can put water through this hole and fill it up and take the really wet and leaking water bomb and throw it at someone, and it'll just splatter all over them. Paper and water. It's funny. Okay. It's actually compressible. But go into this hole. Right here. That's the paper water bomb.